We are officially live. What is up? Just trying to figure out if I broke my webcam connector. Oh well. I break so many of my little tech accessories. I do not enjoy it. Oh, how are you guys all doing today? I do apologize for the people watching live. I was a few minutes late. Not because of technical difficulties this time, but because Mr. Wade from Wade's Venture just dropped by and dropped something off. So that's going to be in a future video coming out later on. What's today? Thursday? So it'll be like mid next week that video is going to come out for you guys. Oops, I just lost my power cord. All right, so comment below. Let me know how you guys are doing. For the first time in, geez, when was the last time we did a haul video on this channel? I don't even know. So you guys see me post on Instagram all the time about some of the stuff that we're finding. So we're going to start doing haul videos again for you guys. So comment below, yes or no. Do you guys want more haul videos on this channel? Because if there's demand, we will meet it and we will start posting more haul videos for you all. All right. Can you guys also see and hear me okay? Funny, I just mentioned that I broke my accessory for my webcam, and I also earlier today broke my cord for my Yeti mic. So I definitely am not using a high quality microphone right now. So it's just my webcam. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Yes, please, Chucky. Chucky, actually, believe it or not, was my nickname for pretty much all of middle school. Going into high school is when I was like, I should start switching over. So then we went to Charles. My whole family still calls me Charlie. It's kind of funny. Chaz came around later on when I started doing internet stuff. So I had, started working Instagram and YouTube, and people started calling me Chaz. So it kind of just stuck. My shirt does kind of match the wall today. I can blend right in. You guys won't see me. All right, so we're going to do an official haul video for you guys. I don't want this to be super long. Obviously, like the lounge we did last night with Dylan was awesome. That was about 2 hours long. These haul videos, I want to keep under 30 minutes if we can, just show you guys what we found. A lot of it's going to be thrift stores, Goodwills, getting into garage sale season. We'll do some garage sales hauls and show you guys what we found. I wanted to start doing these haul videos, not just to show you the stuff that we're buying for eBay, but to show you my mentality of why I'm buying something. And I'll tell you this, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to buy from thrift stores, garage sales, etc., that I think I can sell locally. And I may not. I may break even or lose money, and I'm going to be completely transparent with the different stuff that we do buy. So a lot of this stuff right here next to me was from the Goodwill bins and a few actual Goodwill retail stores. And there's some items in here that I'm definitely not selling online. One of them in particular, the shipping is just going to be a little bit too much, awkward shape, not enough profit. So I'm going to sell it locally. I paid $1 per pound, and I can actually even weigh stuff right here on the back table and tell you guys what I think I eventually will make for it. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of haul videos where it's like, hey guys, we found these shoes. We found this. There's the haul video. Okay, but why did we buy that? How much did we pay for it? How much do we think we can sell it for? That's what we want to focus on here. Got a text message. All right. We were trying to work out our 4-year-old either being dropped off here at the office or going to grandma's house. So it looks like he's going to grandma's house. So we're going to chill here and do a live haul video for you guys. I will say that Trista is unfortunately not here with me today. So her stuff, I don't know clothing. So I don't know what she's buying a lot of her stuff for. I do know that she's buying a lot of it for our retail shop that we have here for clothing. Some of it's going to go online. Like I'll just start with this. This was from the bins, and bin stuff. If you go over 25 pounds for your cart, then it's 99 cents a pound. So she probably pays like, I don't even know. That's probably 50, 60, 70 cents for buy cost. But check this out. Harley Davidson. That's just a sweet looking tropical Harley Davidson shirt. So she found that one. And then she found just a lot of other stuff. I don't know what clothing stuff is. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I do. This thing with the high neck thing. And we should start a new channel where it's just Chaz reviews clothing items. But she bought a lot of this stuff for the shop. So that's one of the the hustles that we do is the clothing retail shop. So I'm going to go through all my hard goods that I did buy, show you which platform I plan on selling them on, how much we paid, how much I plan on selling it for. It doesn't mean it's going to sell for that much, but I would like to start doing some end of month results videos as well. This kind of ties in with our very first series we did like this, was called Flips and Finds. And some of you guys have been around the channel long enough, you remember that series we did. Very popular series. So it's kind of like a remix of that again. So this is what we found. And then when we flip the stuff at the end of the month, I'll kind of do like a reseller's report breakdown of what we did sell. And hopefully this stuff will be in there. We do have a retail shop. Yes, we have a clothing shop right through this door over here. And it was just an extra 400 or 500 square feet that we have attached to our warehouse. And it was just empty. We weren't doing anything with it. So we're like, well, I mean, this local market we have here, we're in a smaller town. We have about 30,000 people, very boutique-y. There's a lot of boutique style stores around here. So we figured let's try a used clothing shop, because Trista has, I think she's probably got like 12 to 1,500 pieces of clothing between eBay, Poshmark, and stuff that's not listed yet. So we just started throwing stuff in there and it's selling. So we're going to keep doing it. So let me get questions out of the way real quick, and then we'll start with some of the hard goods. Do you sell random stuff on eBay? Ever sell antiques? I've never done antique stuff. We do sell pretty much anything that has profit in it. I will sell it on eBay if I have a little bit of knowledge in it. I definitely focus, my main categories for eBay are going to be electronics. I definitely do some hard goods like 90s toys and stuff like that. We do pretty well with kitchenware, houseware. Like, I don't care really what the product is. As long as it's legal and it makes money and I have some knowledge in it, then I'll flip it, basically. Who runs the ship? Who runs the shop? Gotcha. Trista and I are the only ones that run the shop right now. We are looking at hiring an employee for it as we get into garage sale season, because every Friday and Saturday we need to be out garage selling, finding more product. And we don't want to be tied to a retail shop where the doors are open 10 to 6 and we have to sit at the desk and wait for people to come in. But currently our situation is it's not extra work for me to put an open sign on that shop, because I'm here in the office working anyways. When I hear the door, we have a little door ringer thing. When I hear the door open and a customer comes in, wave at them, welcome them in, let them know we have a dressing room. And if they have any questions, let me know. And then when they check out, it takes me 2 seconds to go swipe a card on Square. And it's not a lot of extra work. But for us to be able to do garage sale season together, we're going to need to hire somebody for that. All right, so here we go. So number one, I don't know if I want to keep this or if I want to sell it. So name this character. Go. Someone comment below. Let's do some teaching while we're in here as well. Comment below. Who is this? Which show is he from? Because I watched 2 people walk right by this at the bins. There you go. Rugrats. Anyone know the character name? There we go. Chucky from Rugrats. So this guy, I'm just going to look up comps right now and show you guys live. I was contemplating if I wanted to do this haul video edited. So I pre-record it on my camera and I just cut in the parts where I'm showing stuff. But I figured, you know what, let's go live and I'm going to show you guys like real raw behind the scenes when I'm looking stuff up. So when I saw this laying in a bin, pick them up, I knew which character it was. So I'm going to type in Rugrats, Chucky, plush. That's just like broad keywords that you can search for. You're going to get a lot of different results because there's a lot of different ones. So what you can do with a lot of these older ones is they will actually have a date on them. So this has a 2004 date. So it's not, super 90s, but it gives you a little bit more narrowed approach. You can also put, birthday hat, birthday suit, that kind of stuff that's on here. So currently there's 3 listings for this exact one, or I'm sorry, 2 listings. So we have a $14.95 plus $19 shipping. $19? No, don't be that guy. I'm not going to charge $19 for shipping. So if I go to solds, there's no current solds, but I'm looking at similar styles like this. And right now I'm looking at one that's $18.66 plus $5 shipping. Also a $9.99 plus $14 shipping. And these are sold, by the way. There's some of these sets, like these early 90s stuff. It's just so cool. So in my head, his glasses need a little bit of work. I don't know if you guys can see a little bit on the loose side. Luckily, Trista's really good with sewing and stuff like that. So we're going to see if we can fix that up a little bit. It's going to take her like two minutes to do. So this guy, I'm going to list at probably $19.95 with free shipping because it's going to cost me about $4 to ship this. It's super light. As far as buy cost, at the bins, since we did over 25 pounds, we're paying about $1 per pound. This weighs probably like 8 to 10 ounces. So, I mean, we paid, like 60 to 80 cents, somewhere in that range for this guy. So not even that high. I'd say like 50, 60, maybe 70 cents. So that's what I'm planning for that. Under $1 buy cost, sell for 20 all day. That's kind of one of those bread and butter items. Two more guys that I got here. This was from an actual retail Goodwill. So gloves, you guys keep an eye out. Right now is time for getting your baseball and softball stuff listed. So you want to be looking out for cheap gloves. Now, not all gloves and baseball bats are profitable, so you do have to look them up. Luckily, with gloves, a lot of the times they're going to give you some keywords. So we're going to look up Rawlings, which is the brand name. So I looked up Rawlings Fastback. I'll just do this live for you too. I won't search live every single comp because then this will turn into an hour video. But I'm going to at least just show you guys the basics. So when I go into Goodwill, you guys have seen my videos when I source. Pretty easy to do. I picked this up, and you can usually tell by quality. So there's actually 2 different price points on these gloves, even though they're meant for the same thing. This is definitely like cheaper material, and when you pick this up, you just feel this is way, way better. So we're looking up Rawling Fastback. Margaret, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Yeah, and if you guys like haul videos, we haven't done a haul video in probably over a year, something like that. I figure we're just going to start popping on here and doing some more haul videos for you guys. So we're just going to type in Rawlings Fastback glove. And this is going to give you some ideas. I'm going to go to solds. Oftentimes too, sometimes you'll see actual models on this guy. Like this is RBG 10. So I can actually just type in Rawlings Fastback RBG 10. And this is how you do research. All right. So I'm going to go to sold. So currently this exact one, I see a $22.49 sold with $10 shipping. So in my head, I do free shipping. That's a different topic. I don't care if you agree or disagree, to be honest. Do what works for you. In my head, when I see 22 plus 10, it's $32 sell price. That's how I work it in my head. 32 bucks. This cost me 10. So a $32 sell price is about where I would definitely want that to be. If it sold for under 20, not worth it because it's going to cost you a few bucks to ship this. So if I buy something like this for 10, I at least want a $30 sell price to make any decent ROI on it. I also see a 25 plus 7. I see a $19.95 plus free shipping. I see a 25 plus 8 shipping. So that 32 to like 34 range is about what they're going for right now. So I actually price my stuff on the higher end. So I'll probably come in and price at $34.95. And I do that because I'm looking to get a few watchers, and then I'll send out offers to those guys. And I've been having some success doing that method lately. So that's about a $30 to $35 type of glove. This guy I paid $8 for, a little bit on the cheaper end. This one was more like 22 to 25 range. Not a huge flip, but again, these are bread and butter items. If you can sell 100 types of bread and butter items a month, you're making a little bit of money for yourself. And now that we're focusing pretty heavily on eBay now, I definitely am going all in on this. So it's exciting. All right, next up, I have to remember to keep one of these out because I'm keeping one for myself. I've never seen this before. I thought this was super cool. So these are from Corkcicle. You see guys that. Oh, there we go. So Corkcicle. This is cool because I'm trying to find a good picture for you guys. I don't know how well you can see that. This has a little mold inside of it for whiskey, and it has the glass in with it. And this box actually opens up like a actual display here. So it has the glass that has a rubber stopper in there, and it creates an ice cube just on that side, like a wedge, so that when you pour your whiskey in there, it's not going to be watering it down so much. So I'm keeping one of these for myself, and I'm going to flip 2 of them. And you guys heard me, if anyone was on my live last night talking about how I got all my Funko stuff for free, I have a rule. I'm going to flip 2, make a few bucks, and that allows me to keep mine in. I still made a few dollars profit. That's kind of how I work it out in my head. That's at least how I get away with it as far as talking to the wife, talking her into stuff. So I thought these were cool. Corkcicle, unique brand. I paid $4.99. Yep. So I paid $5 each, and these sell between 20 and 25. So again, not massive, groundbreaking flips, but it's good enough that we're gonna make a few bucks on it. Next up, this was another retail store. Yeah, don't drink alone. Keep 2. That's very true. I should keep a second one. I should keep a second one, but then it breaks my rule, so I don't know. I paid $5, and there's 2 bags of this actually. I don't know where the second one went, but there's 2 bags of this, which means there's 8 boxes of them total. Time stamp cards or punch cards, whatever you want to call them. These are double-sided weekly time cards by Office Depot, and there's 100 per box. There's 8 boxes total, 4 here and 4 in the second one. Paid $5 for the whole thing. These will sell between 12 to 15. On the high end, there was some like $18 to $20 sales. So again, I priced my stuff high when I first list. So I'm going to price it probably $18.95. Hopefully a few of them sell that way. If I get a few watchers, I'll send out offers. But these will sell at least $15 each. So times 8. Made some good money on that. I paid $10 for both. So timestamp cards, do not pass on those. I just went to a garage sale a few weeks ago, and I have a box. I bought out all the ones that he had. It was a business that was shutting down. They had the actual timestamp punch machines, the new digital ones. They had 8 of those machines, and I kid you not, a box of these right here to go with them. So that's one of my projects. I have to go through. It's over on my shelf. I've got 8 machines plus a box of these. I mean, there's easily $500 profit inside that box. So we need to pick through, work on that. But that gives you another little item that a lot of people walk by, and you'll find this kind of stuff in the office aisle down Goodwill. A lot of people walk right by it, but just take the time. And I told myself, if I ever pass anything that I've never searched before, I'm going to look it up. And this was one of those items that I started looking up, and I thought, wow, there's actually people buying these businesses for 15 to 20 bucks a pop. And then I was able to score 2 bags for 10. So that's another little bolo for you. Oh no, do I need an admin in here? Are you selling this drug on eBay or Amazon? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so funny. Can't have a live without a few weirdos. That's just how it goes. So Trista bought, I don't know, Muck Lux. Is that a good brand? It must be. She bought them. She paid a couple bucks for those. Again, Trista's stuff, she's the clothing and shoe master of the team, so I don't really focus too much on that. If you guys have seen this stuff, Insanity, P90X, Beachbody material, definitely sells well. I will say I was a coach for this company for several years in the past, which is why I had an eye for it. The second I saw this, I'm like, that's $40 easy, especially because this is the older model. This was the very first Insanity kit that ever came out. They later went to a small, and you guys probably seen like the cardboard square disc holders. They eventually went to that. So this is the original, and every single disc is in there, including a couple that still have the factory seal on those. And again, this was from the bins. This weighs probably about 1.5 pounds. So I paid under $2 for this. This will sell for $40 all day. I will tell you that Beachbody does monitor and police. Do not sell Beachbody stuff on Amazon. That's for sure. They hit that very, very heavy with cease and desist, and trust me, they will lawyer up on you. Even on eBay, they police the eBay listings. So if you do sell this stuff, I'm just going to tell you to sell it very, very quick. Don't let it sit on your listings for a long time. I can list this on Facebook Marketplace right now for $30 and somebody's going to buy it. I've sold many P90X Insanity, all that kind of stuff. So I'm so glad you're doing another haul video. Love this type of video. Awesome. Yeah, we haven't done a haul video in like a year. So I figured if you guys enjoy actual haul videos where I just sit down and talk about products, I'm more than happy to come up here and do this a little bit more for you guys. There must have been like one. There's more of these. I need to find. I've got some stuff in here. All right. And because this is live, don't mind me. I'm going to take my time and find all the stuff I know I have in here. I'm trying to find my other ties that I got. And it's funny, when you get a decent amount of stuff in one trip, you almost forget some of the stuff that you bought. All right, here we go. I don't know where I put my other ties in. Oh, I think they're up here. Is this it? Nope. Trista shoes. All right, they might be in with the actual clothing items. Dang it. Ah, I found the one. I found the best one I wanted to show. Like, I don't wear like suits or ties or anything fancy, but if I did, I would definitely rock cool ties. So, and these cost cents at the bins. These cost cents each. So even if I sell them for like $10, which is probably worth a little bit more, these were just too fun to pass up on. Got some Christmas Looney Tunes going on for a tie. This was definitely my favorite find as far as ties. There's like two more in there, different characters, but these were definitely my favorite two. This one, this Peter Pan, that's just epic. So I was definitely happy to find that. Like, I don't wear ties, but I want to keep this one and put it up on the back wall. Like, this is my problem as also a collector, not just a reseller. I have a very hard time letting go of some of it. How many listings do we have on eBay? We have just about 700 on one account, which is, I call it Trista's account because it's primarily all of her clothing and shoes. My account, which is more electronics and hard goods, it has about 175 listings. And we're having this issue. I don't know if you guys struggle with this too, but the idea, I keep telling myself, like, I want 1,000 listings on both. And we're having a really hard time listing enough volume to offset how much is selling through, because we've gotten really good at cherry picking our items. So we're buying good quality items that sell. So if I get my account, for example, from 175 to 200 listings, and we sell through 25 items over the next, 3, 4, 5 days, and we're struggling with that sell-through rate. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but we're selling through stuff faster than we're listing. And I know we need to be listing way more volume to make up for that. Yeah, listing is tedious. I've definitely picked on my listing game. I was just taking photos before Wade showed up and dropped something off. I was taking photos of some stuff. So we've got our employee that's helping us list on that account. Now I'm jumping in. I'm taking photos. I'm doing listing on top of that. Because I just know per week we need to pick up our volume that we're doing. Gotta ask, do y'all run when they say go the Goodwill bins to find treasures? I think everyone does. It's always like a slight calm before the storm. When that last bin rolls up, it touches and they say go, it's go time. And that was my first time in the bins in like a year and a half. So it was a lot of fun though. I had a really good experience this time. So I'm going to be going several times a week. Being a new seller on Amazon, are the profitable shoes you can sell on eBay with retail arbitrage? Yes, absolutely. There's tons of Instagram accounts that post about shoes that they're flipping on eBay and Poshmark, all retail arbitrage style. You absolutely can make money doing that. How did the store sale go? Last week I missed the video finding out. The store sale that we did, the warehouse sale, so we basically did an indoor garage sale out of this space. You guys saw the video I posted up. We did way better than we thought. I honestly had told Trista before it started, like, if we liquidate some stuff and we make $500, I'm going to be happy. We made about just shy of 2K. Our side, and that's total. We also had our friends, Portland Pickers here, liquidating some of their stuff. We did 1,700 and crap. I should know this. We just did this as a question the other night. It was basically almost $1,800. And because it did that well, we are now going to do it the last weekend of every month. And I'm buying product just for that sale. So I've got a couple pallets on their way right now of product we're going to do just the sale on. So this is a 2000. I walked right by this, by the way, and something told me, again, I've got this thing where if I walk by something that I've never looked up before, I have to at least look up the brand. I have to look up what it is just so I can keep building on that knowledge base. I walked by these. I had to backtrack and tell myself to look them up. And luckily I caught what they were, because when you see a bag like this, you walk right by typically. But I caught a character, which was one of the stormtroopers right here. These are, and they're plastic. They look like they would be really heavy duty and metal, which would be sweet. But these are a 2002, because there's a little tag on the bottom. These are 2002 chess pieces. And this exact set, I believe the sold comp was for about $20. So I paid $4 for the entire bag. So I just thought that was a kind of a cool flip. Again, not huge, but bread and butter items. So we got to keep those up. Oceans 11, 12, 13. These things are pristine condition. These were from the bins. So anytime that you're getting DVDs, anything like that from the bins, always take the disc out, make sure it's the right disc, and make sure it's in decent shape. These are pristine. I was definitely happy to see this. Again, we pay $1 per pound. This is like probably just over a pound. So underneath $1.50 for this, sells for about 20. So that was definitely a nice one. Found some Nike Free 5.0s. These were $14.99. Now I did not even look up. Let me just do this live right here since I did not do it before. Like, I didn't pre-rehearse this video at all, by the way. I could have like looked up all my comps ahead of time and been super quick, but I hit live and I'm like, all right, I'm going to process through this stuff and see what we found. I bought these to sell locally because they are in awesome. I don't know how well you guys can see. They're worn, but after I cleaned them up just a little bit, these are in awesome condition, $15. I've seen these sell locally on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp between like 35 and $40. And they're a great size. They're a size 10, which is perfect. If they were a 10 and a half, I would have kept them. So I'm going to punch in Nike and then the style code. And if you guys don't know by now, the style code is always on the tag right underneath the size. It's going to be a 6-digit number. The first 6 digit, I should say, technically it's going to be a 9-digit number. The first 6 are going to be the style of the shoe, and then it's going to say dash, and the last 3 numbers are going to be the colorway. So we have Nike 642198. Man, I don't know if you guys can hear like the cop cars and sirens and stuff that have been going by. Some stuff happening today. We're on a really busy street. We're on a cross street that connects 2 highways. So we get a lot of like police activity down here. So currently there's one listing for this exact one. I can search other colorways and get some ideas too, but this exact one of the 5.0 is listed for $30 free shipping. And again, I didn't look up comps beforehand. So I can sell these for about $30. There's 3 solds. I can sell these for about $30. Now with the 15 cost, it's going to cost me about 10 to 12 to ship. There's not any actual profit to be made in there, which is why it's going to be a local flip. I bought for 15. I can easily list these for $30, sell them probably the same day, and I'll make an easy $15. So that is what I was talking about earlier with this year. I'm really learning how to diversify and branch out into local selling. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where this I would have passed up on before, but now that I have a local market I'm working with, I know that I can sell these for 30. I'm going to list them for 40. Hopefully I get 40, but I'll take a 30 offer. That's a quick $15, no fees, no shipping. I don't have to pay my employee to box these up and ship them out. Yeah, the cops might be coming for me. I don't know. I've been pretty low key today. I haven't done anything too crazy. 1767. That's what it was. Thank you. Easy to buy, tough to sell consistently. Absolutely. I'm in a buying mode right now, especially with the baby coming. Like I want to be able, our baby is due on June 1st. So I've got a couple, not even a couple, I've got 11 days left in April, and then I've got all of May to stockpile, because when it comes to be June, we've got the 4-year-old at home and we're going to have a newborn. I don't want to be here at the office having to work. So I'm trying to stockpile inventory. So I'm just in buying mode right now, buying as much as I can, listing as much as I can to keep cash flow going. And I want to be able to just enjoy June with a newborn, minus the waking up every 2 hours thing. But I want to be able to be home and help Trista out. And that's the point of building a business for ourselves, so I can take time off, so I can be at home and help. And I mean, that's it. Like, I want to be able to do what I want to do. And, Trista and my family, they're going to be my absolute priority in June. I'll come into the office if I need to, but I don't want to work more than 2 hours a day at the office. I can do my online work and keep up with YouTube and all that stuff at home. But I don't want to physically need to be here for much. Maybe 2 hours tops per day is all I'm going for. Can you sell any brand on eBay? For the most part, you got to watch out for keywords. So you can't use just look up Vero. You can't use trademark terms like Kleenex or Velcro or just weird stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, you can sell most brands. Certain brands like Beachbody stuff, Beachbody, they'll come after you. They're not super on top of the eBay listings. Amazon, they police like crazy. But eBay listings, I just tell people to sell it quick if you are going to do it. I'm not telling you to sell or not to sell it on there, but if you are, sell it quick. This was the second one of those. Do you guys hear this? There's a fire truck going down there now. I'm going to look up. Does anyone else have a local? It's completely off topic now. Welcome to my lives. I rarely stay on track. I've just learned to accept it. I'm not going to change it. And you guys keep showing up, so I appreciate it. Do you guys have a local page? So I live in Yamhill County. And so we have a Yamco watch page where people listen to police scanners and post the reports. Do you guys have something like that? Ours is an actual Facebook page. Oh, so that one's a residential fire. And then the other one I heard was MVA, which is motor vehicle accident. And then the one I heard before that was another MVA. Man, craziness going on out here. All right, next up. I did not look these up on eBay or Amazon yet. It was $4. And that's these are not vintage by any means. These are obviously new, but they've got the vintage look on the actual print. And I bought these specifically for our local marketplace. I'm going to list them on Facebook Marketplace and offer up. Probably not Craigslist for these ones, but I'm also going to put them on a shelf that we have now designated as basically a local marketplace shelf. I had a guy come into our warehouse sale. He bought I think he probably spent about $200, and he bought out all my Star Wars stuff. And I didn't have them priced that cheap. So I know for a fact that I've already got one local buyer that would be interested in these. I paid $4. I know I can get probably 12 out of it, between the 12 and 15 range. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plan on selling these in my next garage sale that we're doing at the end of May. But while I wait for the end of May, I'm also going to post these on Marketplace, so they're not just sitting on a shelf doing nothing. I'll at least have a listing up for them. But I should look up Amazon, eBay, see if they're worth more. But I know I already have a buyer if I get a hold of that guy again. Do you use any apps such as OfferUp or LetGo? I don't use LetGo. I do use OfferUp. I think which apps you use is going to completely depend on your local area. So I've tried LetGo, and no one's posting on it, no one's buying, no one's selling on it. That's just my town. I live in a smaller town. My Facebook Marketplace is number 1. My number 2 is going to be, I would say, OfferUp would be number 2, and then Craigslist would be number 3. That's the order of most popular platforms in my area. It could be completely different for other people's areas. Some people's areas, I know that Craigslist dominates still, even though it's an older platform. Some people do really, really well on LetGo. There's another one called, it starts with a 5. It's someone in here would know it. 5 5 garage. What was that one? I completely spaced what it was, but I tried that one too. I had no traction. 5 miles. There you go. So 5 miles is another local app. And I couldn't get any traction with it. So again, I've done testing on all this stuff. So that's why I know that's why I can pick this out and I can say Facebook Marketplace, $15 all day. And that's just something I've had to do trial and error on. I know in my garage sale, this would definitely sell for $15. So again, it's all trial and error. You've got to be willing to put in the time for that stuff. This guy, this was an old school iHome, still has like the original, what was that, the 30 pin? I don't remember if that's called a 30 pin or not. That's not a 30 pin. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's 30 pin. I was getting 30 pin and 72 pin confused. 72 pin is for the NES. So this is an old school docking station for like iPods, iPhones. Let me look up comps for you because I'll show you what I was looking at. And don't pass up on this stuff. This stuff is in Goodwill all the time. P.S. This one was out of the bin, so this probably cost, that's probably 2-3 pounds. So this is, I'm just going to call this $3 for my buy cost. That doesn't weigh more than 3 pounds. So about 3 pounds for my buy cost. Where did I see the model number? There we go. All right, so you can find this kind of stuff. Look up iHomes. I have an adapter that goes to my phone, so I can test this, and I will. But don't buy electronic stuff if you can't test it. And if you do buy it and you can't test it, you have to list it 4 parts untested on your listings. Just to put that out there as a caution. So I'm going to type in iHome model IH8. I'll show you why I bought this and what was going through my head. I'm not going to look at active listings. I'm going to look at solds. So again, I paid probably a high end of $3 for this. There is a sold. This one had the remote with it. That sold for $15 plus $7. This and the next one without a remote sold for $25. And then we have a $29.99, a $39.94, $24. So you guys can see between $24 and $30 used. But the difference is I can't find the green one. These are all like silver, black, dark gray. I've punched in green. At least it didn't come up for me the other day. So I'm just going to punch in green now. I don't know. Maybe somebody listed one. So, yep, even green still does not pop up. So I know that the regular color ones sell for $25. Again, I price high. Granted, this works. I didn't test it in the store, but again, it was only a $3 risk. It's in great shape otherwise. It's just got one miscolor. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got one part that's miscolored. So I'm probably going to list it for like $28 with free shipping. And because it's green, I might even be able to get a few more dollars out of it. So anything that I wanted to bring a point to that was I probably would have passed on this if it were the regular colors, but because it's green, I'm probably going to be able to price it higher because people that buy cool color stuff like this, they'll pay more for stuff. So that's kind of one of the things that went through my head. That's why I wanted to do these haul videos from now on, because I want to show you guys like my thought process, and I'll be completely transparent. I am not always right. I found that out. This can sit on my shelf for the next 6 months and I could be dead wrong. But the point is to be transparent and document with you guys and just share my thought process with it. Our Instagram is the Side Hustle Network. You'll see us pop up on there. Side Hustle Network was taken and the account doesn't even have any postings or followers. So I really want that account, but so I put the Side Hustle Network. Do all of our platforms have the same item? That's a great topic to bring up. So that's cross posting or cross listing. Our accounts have been pretty separate this whole time. So Trista's eBay account is all shoes and clothing, a few hard goods stuff. My account is all electronics is how it started. And now it's worked in its way with the hard goods stuff. I will say after I finish selling through the bulk of my inventory on that account, we are going to go back and just use one account for everything. I have seen a benefit with having an electronics focused account because I get a lot more followers because electronics people want just to see electronics. But I feel like we're missing out on a lot of eyeballs on listings because we're splitting the focus into two. So I want to go back to one account. Between the two of us hitting that account hard, I think we could do really well with it. So we have been separating our products. Now, as far as local, I have now started cross-posting everything locally too. So most of my eBay stuff is now being cross-posted locally, especially the bigger stuff. Like I've got some car stereos in right now that are worth about 200 to 250 bucks each. If I can sell those for 160, 175 locally, absolutely we'll do that. So I do have things cross-listed now. Amazon inventory is not cross-listed. I'm focusing a lot more just wholesale personal care items on there, so I don't cross-list hardly any of that. There might be a few items if I went deep. I've got one product I went 500 deep on, so I do have that cross-posted because if it sells a couple hundred on one platform and the rest go on Amazon, then I'm good with that. Can you help me? I'm from Canada. What do I put for my ship from this address? Do I put my home address? Yeah, wherever you're shipping from. If you're shipping out of your house, then just put your house address. That's also the address where returns will be sent to. So you don't want to throw out some arbitrary address. You want to make sure it's somewhere where you can actually receive packages as well. Some people will go and get a UPS box. That way they can use that as their kind of their business address. So yeah, I definitely recommend make sure it's an active one. What's the best way to compare prices? You just have to look it up. I don't know if there's any softwares out there that compare prices on multiple platforms. I'm sure there is. I just haven't looked them up. But yeah, just sit there. And it's not hard. It's like an extra 1 minute of work if you just sit here and just cross-check each platform and see. And you can even cherry pick what are the best two platforms I can sell this on and make the most amount of money and just post on two platforms. I will say it's a struggle because if you sell something on one platform, you then have to remove it from the others. So it's something you have to put together a Google sheet is what I'm using now because I'm starting to do more volume, but you can't go by memory on this stuff because you will probably forget one. I would hate to see something sell on eBay. I forget to unlist it off of, let's say, Mercari, which I now start using too, and then it sells on Mercari as well. Then I have to cancel the order, which is horrible. Yeah, so you just have to cross-check all that stuff. All right, so let me wrap up. We are coming up on the 45-minute mark. I almost made it to 30. Almost. We'll get to 30 next time. Trista's got a bunch of shoes and whatnot. And again, we're not just keeping an eye for online platforms anymore. We're keeping an eye for our shop. We're keeping an eye out for our local. We're calling it our flea market because it's almost going to turn into our own personal flea market. But our garage sale that we host at the end of each month, we're looking out for stuff like that too. So these are Sonoma. She said they were really cute and will sell for more money than she paid. So that's a good thing. Let me pull out some of the other stuff that I found. This was an example of an item. This needs cleaned. But this weighs probably, I'd say 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds. So I'm just going to call this like on the high end of a $6 buy cost. So this guy is a Hot Wheels scooter. Aside from being dirty, it's actually in really good condition. I'm going to clean off, like this looks horrible, but a lot of that's just dirt. So once I clean off all the dirt, this thing's actually going to look pretty legit. And I could probably sell this locally for about 15, 20 bucks. So this is not something I'm going to list on eBay. I don't want to deal with the shipping and the hassle of that. So I'm going to sell this locally, whether it's in my garage sale. I will put this in my garage sale, and here's how I'm working my local stuff. Anything that is going to be in our garage sale is going on a specific shelf. While it's on the shelf, it's listed on Marketplace, on Craigslist, and or on OfferUp. So this is posted locally until the sale, and then we just drop the price when it comes to the sale time if it's still here. So I know we can get probably about 15 bucks. Again, I probably paid about 6 on the high end. I'm going to weigh each of this out because I do have a Google sheet for my accounting. So I will weigh each of this out to get an accurate buy cost for how much I did pay. I'm just trying to give you guys some eyeball numbers here. Do I ever get into a fight with my tape gun? Absolutely. I sliced open my thumb one night. not because I was using it how I was supposed to, but because I was being dumb and seeing how many times I can flip it in the air and catch it by the handle. And I caught the teeth and it like dug into my thumb and left a scar. So yes, I have fought my tape gun before. Since I'm so into this stuff right now, 45 minutes went by very quick. That's awesome. And we've had 100 people watching this whole show so far. So thank you guys for tuning in. Do you guys want us to keep doing more shows like this? Just literally like, here's a product. Here's how much I paid. Here's why I bought it. Here's where I want to sell it. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you guys more of the thought process. This guy, again, I did not look up comps because I know I can sell this locally. This is a extremely nice tennis racket here. I will be redoing. I've done this before where I have to redo some of this because the padding on there, the grip is completely worn out, but it comes with the case. It's a great racket. The racket itself is in phenomenal condition. They obviously used it, but I'm shocked it's not more beat up than it actually is. And again, this was the bins. I mean, this is super lightweight. That's like under 2 pounds. So I paid maybe $2 max. See, I got the grip all over this now. So I'm going to re-grip it. A grip, I mean, you can get those for a few bucks. So re-grip, and then I'm probably going to sell that for 15, 20 bucks. Again, that's going to be a sale item. I haven't looked it up on eBay. Some of them go for money on eBay. So if it's selling it for at least 30, I'll probably list it online too, because I got to factor in fees and shipping on top of that. How do you manage to compare prices, source, list, package, and clean items? I hired an employee. Before my employee, I like most of you, have a buying problem. I love to buy. I don't love the cleaning. I do enjoy photos. I will say that. I do enjoy there's something therapeutic about just being here by myself, blasting music and just taking photos. So I do enjoy photos. I don't like listing. I don't like the research phase. I like shopping and I like doing photos. That's about it. So I had developed this huge stockpile of a death pile. Like, it wasn't even a money pile at that point because it was not going to be listed anytime soon. So I had to hire somebody. So he started by doing all the cleaning, all the testing of the electronics, and then he graduated into doing photos and then listing, and now he's graduated to doing shipping for me. And that's how I've done it. I know not everyone is in a position where they can do it. So you've just got to come up with a system that works for you. And sometimes that means not going out for more inventory until your current inventory is listed. And I know that, trust me, I get it. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. But sometimes you need to do that. And if I did not have an employee, that's the rule I would set for myself. If I have any type of death pile, I need to get that listed before I give myself permission to go buy more. Now, certain situations call for a death pile. I call it a death pile, but money pile, whatever you want to call it. People get so caught up on the names of stuff. Like my current situation, I'm okay with the death pile because I'm not going to be working hardly at all in June when our baby gets here. So I'm building a huge stockpile of stuff that my employee can work on while I'm not here at the office every day. I'm still going to come in for like an hour, maybe 2 hours a day and help them out with stuff and keep listings going. But that's where I'm okay with having some type of backlog of inventory. But you need to come up with your system. That's just a suggestion. Don't go out sourcing until you get your current stuff listed. It's going to motivate you to get that stuff done so you can go buy more. And then when you buy more stuff, get it in here. You're not allowed to go back out again until you get it all listed. You just need to come up with a system for yourself that works like that. I think this is the last piece. Oh no, I completely forgot about the best item, probably the most profitable item out of all this. I'll show you guys. So I did pick these up. These I've never sold in my life, and I don't know if I'll actually be able to sell them for much. But it's an example of there might be money in this, but I have no idea until I just try it. And that's an example of what I am a firm believer in if we're talking business practices, you've got to have trial and error. If you have zero risk tolerance, like you're not ever going to grow. I would not know about time stamp, or I would not know about time cards. I would not know about time cards unless I bought time cards and tried to sell them and it worked. I would not know about shoes unless I bought shoes and tried to sell them and then it worked. I would not know about different categories unless I bought some stuff, tried to sell it, and then learn from the experience. I've never sold golf bags before, but I figured for like $3 or $4 each. This one I'm not entirely sure about. It's a Dunlop Tour TI. I just figured I couldn't find much on purple ones, so that's why I bought the purple one. Again, I probably paid maybe $5 on the high end, $5 or $6. These are at the bins. If I can sell that for $10, I'm still making money, and it's a learning experience. This one, however, I think can do pretty well. It's got the actual Nike Golf big old logo on there. So again, I probably paid $5 on the high end. I'm going to list it locally for, I'm just going to start high. I'm going to list it for like $20. If it sells for 20, awesome. If not, and I sell it for $10, I'm still making money. Again, it's all trial and error. That's just my personal opinion on that. All right. I actually got 2 more items. I'm not going to show you guys that one quite yet. Let me show you an item. Move all this stuff. I'm going to show you an item that a lot of you probably have access to inside of some of your Goodwills, because some employees that price tag this stuff have no idea what it's worth. So I'll show you this one. Dumbbells. I found these in a retail Goodwill for $7 each. These are 25-pound dumbbells each. Now, if you don't know dumbbells, you can usually get these new for about $1 per pound because they're 25 pounds each. That's 50 pounds. Retail, this will be about $50. Weights hold their value because it doesn't matter. People that buy stuff like this don't care what it looks like. 25 pounds is still going to be 25 pounds, whether it looks like crap or not. So I know for a fact, especially because I've sold in my local market, I've sold weights before. I know what people pay for these. I know that I've got $14 tied up in this as far as my buy cost goes, because there's 2 of them. Goodwill prices them individually, so 7 and 7, 14. I know that I can sell these for at least 35. I can probably even sell them for 40 because they are in pretty good shape compared to the ones I've seen around here. You're not shipping these. These are completely local. Yeah, you do not ship 50 pounds of dumbbells. You just don't. These are going to be a local flip. And that's one of the purposes of me doing this video, is because I wanted to show you guys my thought process on each item. Some of this stuff, it's going to be on eBay, nowhere else. I'm going to ship it. Like this is going to be solely on eBay, and I'll probably list it on Mercari. This will sell for $20, and I don't mind shipping it because it's lightweight. It's not going to cost much. Something like these are going to be local. I bought for 14. I'm going to sell them for minimum 35. I'm going to list them for 40 because they are used. They're a little bit beat up on the corners, but they're in great shape. I'm going to list them for 40. And if I turn $14 into 40 and there's almost no work involved, I literally will put these over there on the ground. And then when somebody messages me and says, hey, I want them, I say, okay, cool, come pick them up. And then I bring them out to their car. That's all the work involved. So this is one of those items that keep an eye out for this stuff. If you find cheap dumbbells, keep an eye out for that, because a lot of times you could do a local flip too. So I'm talking like you buy off Facebook Marketplace, sell on Craigslist, or vice versa. So that's something to keep an eye out for. So last but certainly not least, so much for my 30-minute goal. We'll do that next time. Again, trial and error. I'll figure out this 30-minute thing. I found these at the bins, shockingly. I'm actually going to go weigh it right now. So this weighs 4 pounds, 3 ounces. So my buy cost is $4.30. Okay. Let's do some numbers. So this, if you guys can tell, that is factory sealed. Never been opened. All that is still factory sealed. Okay. The best part was I watched people walk by this. It was in the bins. And the best part is I have long arms, and I learned 2 days ago when we were at the bins, I learned that I can reach in places normal people can't. Okay. So I watched this. It was in the back of a bin, just right there in plain sight. And people walked by it. I saw people's hands like go near it. And then, of course, I saw the red and the blacks. I'm like, ooh, what's this? These are high-performance street pads. So the brand is Hawk, and these are Street 5.0. I'm saying it out loud in case any of you want to just look it up and do some research too. Oh, man. All right, 5.0 pads. All right, so I'm going to go to solds. Again, my buy cost was $4.30. So I see an $87 sold, 80, 89, 77, 69, 209, but that's for front and back. This one is just for front. Yep, this one's just the front. So if you find the front and back set, that's worth even more. But I know for a fact I can sell this for minimum $70. I'm probably going to list, it's got a beat up box you guys can see right here. So I'm going to list slightly lower. I'm probably going to come in like $74.95. And I'll just run quick math. $74.95. Deduct your 13% for your eBay and your PayPal fees. Whoops, I just completely did that backwards. I did times, not times. What did I say? $74.95 minus 13% minus 4 pounds. I'm just going to say like 15. No, let's go on the high end. I'm going to say like $18 for shipping if it goes from Oregon to like Florida. That's $47 minus my $4.30 buy cost. That's a $42.90 profit potentially, right? Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less depending on shipping. But that was my find of the day a couple days ago, was these street pads. So this was at the bins. I was shocked. I was really happy. And to put it into perspective, what you guys saw was just the stuff I got in one cart. Trista has, I keep forgetting my camera angle is really wide so you can't see it. Trista has all those clothes and then a few pieces up on this table. We had 2 carts of all this stuff and it was $92 for all of it. This flip right here almost covers, covers at least half of the load. And then a couple more flips like these will probably pay for the rest, right? They'll sell for 15, maybe 20 each. So that gives you guys some perspective on the pricing that you're doing per pound. So that's my haul. That was the first haul video we've done in probably a year. So thank you guys for tuning in. And again, let me know. Hit let's do it this way. Instead of a comment, the thumbs up button is going to let me know if you guys want to keep seeing more haul videos. If this thing gets to at least 100 likes, I'm going to consider just coming up here probably once a week and doing haul videos for you guys. Awesome. Your first time watching. Thanks for subscribing. We keep this channel super low key and laid back, which is how I roll. Do I look for books? Right now I don't. I'm not doing many books at all. I've learned that I was bouncing around way too many categories, and I would be all about books and then all about computer parts and then all about toner and ink. And so I've learned just hone in on what I know I'm good at, and that's what I've been focusing on. Books, there's definitely money in those. I'm not saying there's not, but I definitely don't do many books right now. It's just another thing where I would have to take extra time to go and scan entire rows of books, and that's just something I'm not doing right now. Can you make $5K per month? Absolutely. If you're willing to put in the work and the money, absolutely. Best part about selling dumbbells is you get to multitask and get a workout in. Absolutely true. I have those same dumbbells you just showed, but the paint is flaking. Would you spray paint them and sell them? No. People that buy dumbbells, they honestly just don't care. Like I said earlier, the 25 pounds is going to be 25 pounds no matter what it looks like. You might not make an extra $5 on them. So you can sell them a little bit cheaper, but dumbbells hold their value really well. First live video watching from you guys when it was actually live. Well, welcome in the Scott Gillies. What advice would I give for beginners? Just start. That's it. That's all there is for the game. Everyone's looking for the perfect course, the perfect guide, the perfect this. What's the best piece of advice? sure, there's tons of tips I can give. There's tons of advice you can get from all kinds of different people that do this full time. But at the end of the day, like I just mentioned about testing new categories, I don't know if these are going to sell. I'm doing it. I'm taking action with it. You got to do the same thing. Just take action. Wow, that's interesting to know. YouTube put me up on the home page, so the algorithm is doing good. Interesting. I know the algorithm is going to be based on what you were previously watching too, so that's good to know. I'm being put into some type of rotation. Yeah, it's all trial by error. I mean, it would be more based on your current situation. I don't know if you just open an eBay account, if you've sold stuff before. I would need to know some more context of where you currently are in order to give you some more accurate tips, right? Because it just depends. Is it okay to sell winter clothing in the summer and vice versa? Yeah, it's absolutely okay. Will it work? I mean, not as fast. Trista has sold wool sweaters in July before. Who knows why? So it can be done. It's not in season. Bearded picker. Got Scott in the house. Can you teach me how to Amazon? Any budget recommendation for newbies on eBay? Start with what you have. Don't risk your rent money or your bill money. But if you've got $50, start with that. If you have 500, start with that. The more capital you put into this thing, generally, if you're buying good product, the more capital you invest into it, the more you're going to make, right? The person who invests $50 might make $50 or $100 if you're doing really well on that. The person who invests $1,000, if they're still doubling their money, is gonna make $1,000. So I mean, start with what you have. We started our entire thing with $500. Do we sell FBA or just eBay? We do eBay, Amazon FBA, Poshmark. Just got into Mercari. I listed one item so far, and we sell locally as well. All right, crew, that's it. We're at our hour mark. Thank you all for tuning in. That was today's haul video from mostly the Goodwill bins, but also a couple of Goodwill retail stores in that area. I am going to be going back to the bins every single week. Again, if you guys enjoy this video, if we get enough thumbs up on this, that shows that there is demand. So I will be doing more haul videos for you guys. And I like to just talk about the products and why I bought them, where I plan on selling them. And even better is not just, I bought this, I plan on selling it for $80. It's when I can actually show you, hey, I sold this for $80. So I'm going to be doing some sold videos as well after all this stuff sells through. So I can show you guys how accurate or not accurate I was on my pricing, right? Because I might be completely off on some of this stuff, right? This might only sell for 50, and then I have to own up to that on the video and be like, I only sold it for 50, guys, not the 80 that I wanted. So I'm going to get better at judging my inventory that way too. All right, crew. Scott just got in too. Almost. All right. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned on our Instagram. That's where we do a lot more daily, just kind of stories mode, documenting stuff. The Side Hustle Network is where you can find us on there. Aside from that, it is Friday, so have an incredible weekend. Happy Easter. If I don't talk to you guys before then, I will see you guys next week. Stay tuned. I've got like 3 vlogs that are being edited right now. So we've got a shit ton of content coming out over the next few weeks. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.